Week 1 previews and predictions with our first overall pick, Mr. Zack Ashkenazi.
Thank you for having me.
Of Hubba Bubba. Z-Man.
Here. What's going on?
I'm noticing a lot of Hubba Bubba, if you will, in the house as you are 9 days away from a marriage.
There's a lot of Hubba Bubba going on. There's a lot going down. But week 1 on the horizon, no better place to be than the field, and can't wait to get there. Can't wait to be there. It's right here. That's it.
I remember this backyard, Z, from the swimming celebration, which was just, I would say, the most most raucous mayhem. It was just
It was wild. It was a wild day. A lot of fun. Something you'll never forget. And looking to do it again, hopefully, maybe in the same spot. We'll see.
Well, you're a long way away from that after, I'd say, a disaster of a season last year. Time unable to get to the postseason, which is a shocking result for a player and a captain of your caliber.
Yeah.
To the point where you took yourself out of captainship this year.
Yeah, I was not happy with the way things went last year. Obviously, been in the league a while now, and it's the thing that happens. It's a season you forget about, you move on, and it gets you hungrier for the upcoming season. And with a lot going on, felt like it would be best to step away from being a captain and just putting my best performance forward, showing up to the field, continuing to be a leader, and just playing ball.
Okay, so now with the weather, everyone's talking about the weather. It's going to be cold on Sunday morning. I've spoken to, I don't know, dozens of players, and I'd say at least 6 of the captains reached out to me today. It seems to me like everyone wants to brave the elements and get started. So I guess we're going to be playing. I mean, the fields right now have a little water on them, but we're going to work on that, and everyone wants to play. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold, and I think that's going to affect at least 1 or 2 of my predictions. I think some teams will do better in the elements than others.
Weather is always a factor, always. We've had a couple rough week 1s in the past. I don't think it'll be as rough as those days, but that's it. Bundle up. We're playing ball. The time is here. You can't push it off. I'm ready to go. I know my team is ready to go. I know most of the league's ready to go. So, as long as the weather permits and it's no rain, I think we should be out there.
It's very hard. I'll tell you what's going through my head. Very hard decision, because you could say, you know what, we didn't start yet. Just push it off. Start next week. It's going to be beautiful. My biggest problem is, if let's say we pushed it off, now you have April 3rd and April 10th before Passover. If one of those weeks is a washout, if one of those weeks is those automatic, it's pouring rain, you can't play, now you're going into Passover with only 1 week played, which is terrible, because
that's brutal.
What does that week have to do with the rest of the season?
No momentum. It's completely out of place.
Yeah, so that's my biggest fear, and I would hate to cancel without any rain. We know it's not going to be raining on Sunday, so it is cold. We know that. I don't know, but
it's cold. It's also baseball. It's right around the time the major leaguers are playing also.
Yeah, if there was no lockout, they'd be opening
right now. So bundle up, get those Under Armours going, sweatshirts, whatever you got to do.
But uniforms must be on top layer,
must be on top layer, and that is probably the best rule that has been instituted in this league.
I agree.
Because it makes a team, and it makes a league. It's and we have some of the best uniforms that I've seen. I mean, each design, they get better and better every year.
Now, Z, I know you are stuck in a lawsuit against Joey Cohen over the swimming. He wants part of the winnings from the swimming bonuses, even though he never played that year. He got replaced by Leon Harari before the year started. But despite the lawsuit, what this guy did getting the uniforms here on time is a miracle. The company called and canceled on us 9 days ago. Joey pivoted, found the local guy, got him to put the names on the back, and last night in Brooklyn, the names were being printed on the back locally, and we got the uniforms here. So that's a miracle.
That's amazing. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to comment on this situation due to the continuing legal proceedings.
Yes.
But I'm glad we were able to get it done.
Yes, and I heard you did offer a better offer to Joey very recently in order to put it behind you, but he's going hard.
Yeah, he's going hard. He's not giving up, but we're going to let the lawyers take care of it.
Okay,
so
fine.
That's that.
The swimming butter time lawyers are working around the clock. Okay, let's get right into it. Memorial 1. These fields are amazing. These two new
best.
Memorial fields that we haven't played in 4 or 5 years because we left a mess a couple of times and we didn't clean up. The borough of Eatontown or the town of Eatontown, whatever it is, they wouldn't rent us the fields for years. We finally been begging them for years. We're back at Memorial, which is awesome.
Those fields are incredible. We were there last week for a preseason game in amazing shape. I heard they even fixed Memorial 2 now.
They did. It looks great.
Yeah, to make it equal to Memorial 1. Those are the best fields that I think we have in the area. So
Yeah.
glad to be back. League, let's make sure we clean up so
Please clean up.
we keep it in the family.
Exactly.
We need it.
And they came up clutch because this week Fireman's is not available to anybody. They got it much more serious lately also with their rules and regulations. Not a good sign for going forward that they're paying attention more, but
Not good, but let's do our part. We're all capable.
let's do our part. Let's start Memorial
Let's do
1.
it.
Mo Money, Maurice Haber versus the Tigers, Joe Eshko, and that big lineup.
Beautiful matchup for Memorial 1 to kick off the season.
It's a great
Gotta
game of
love
the
it.
week on Memorial
You got
1.
Jack Abadi, Mo Haber.
Yeah, tons of star power, and Mo Money wants to kill the commish. They want to kill me because I gave them an F if they go with MC pitching. However, if they didn't go with MC pitching, I gave them a B or a B plus, which is a respectable grade.
Respectable.
But they don't care about the facts. They want to kill me. They want to destroy me.
Okay, well, no better place to do it than on the field. They could do it with their play, but week 1, like you said, they may have an F because who's on the mound? I'm hearing rumors. I don't know.
Yeah, so now this I can't blame them. I mean, Abe Cohen is
Gotta
in
do what you
Israel.
gotta do.
He's in Israel. It's his father's yahrzeit. He went to Israel.
Beautiful.
Okay, fine. So now they're shorthanded. They're without their pitcher. So whatever they do, they do.
Right, they do out of necessity.
But it's not a great matchup. The Tigers when you're not at full strength.
You don't want to see that team, especially when they're at full strength early in the season. We know they may have some question marks later on, the Tigers, but they seem to be at full strength heading into week 1. We got to look at them. Hubba Bubba got to look at them in the preseason. They're a very strong team. They have ridiculous bats. And
Your prediction, please.
my prediction is, and with Mo Money not at full strength, no pitcher, you got to go with the Tigers. They got all their guys. I may as well write off the batting title from now because you have Jack Abadi, Jimmy Malach, Marty Anteby facing not a real pitcher. So those guys, I'm projecting them to have a big day. I really like the Tigers team. They're loaded, and let's see what they do on the field. But I got the Tigers in a sweep. I do like Mo Money in the long run this year, better than you did. I do like their team, but the Tigers are just going to come out strong, and that's what I see coming.
A few people have been telling me I was too kind to the Tigers. If you look at their left side, Joe Eshko at short and Salim Levy at third. They're saying that it looked weak in your game and that it could be a problem for them going forward, and I'm not sure how they may adjust that. So it's good to know every team's got some question marks going in. Week 1 is the week where you could pick somebody off. So
Right.
I would have definitely given a split here, but like you said, they don't have A.B. Cohen, so I'm going with the Tigers to sweep. You can't put Jack Abadi and Jimmy Malach and Marty and all these
they
guys.
have absolutely loaded lineup. It's something else.
It's a crazy lineup, and it's bad luck for Mo Haber that he doesn't really have a full-strength team. I think A.B. Cohen's phenomenal. The guy was in the 5th inning with the lead in Game 5 of the World Series last year. Why he's considered like a not a pitcher, it's a big difference when he's there.
He's certainly capable, certainly good. He's been in the World Series, I think, a few times in the last handful of years. So he's definitely able to do it. So is Leo. Leo looked great in the preseason. So it's gonna be tough for the Mo Money to overcome. But if they come out with a split, they're riding high.
They're going to kill me.
High.
I mean, I don't know what to do if I should be. I'm sort of rooting for them because I love Mo Haber.
Yeah.
And I love shorthanded wins better than anything. It's such a team builder. But if they start winning, they're going to destroy me. So I'm not sure what to do.
You're not looking forward to that. But I know Mo Haber has a bunch of 2-minute voice notes
yeah.
loaded up in that chat. We're going to get him. So let's see. Let's see how they come out. I don't expect them to lay down, but
let's see.
Let's see.
Mud Hens versus Los Caballos. This is Eddie Michon, Toledo Mud Hens. Beautiful uniforms. Wow.
Gorgeous.
Versus Los Caballos, David Farka, 2-time back-to-back champ, swimming, and then the Knights.
Yep.
Beautiful logo. Also, he has a rising horse in a baseball logo. I love it.
Unbelievable.
I
the
love
logos continue to amaze year after year. They're just getting better and better. Great to see.
This is on Memorial 2, by the way, the
Memorial
new and
2.
improved Memorial
New
2.
and improved. Can't wait to get out there myself when our time comes. But off the bat, you have Maxi Deed on the mound, so you got to say it's pretty slim to sweep Maxi Deed. Your odds are pretty slim, so you got to give them one off the bat. Question comes in game 2 now, or game 1, but I think I can't see Farka and Mark Braha, who I've been seeing around playing. They look in incredible shape.
Yeah.
I don't know who they have, if they have additions. I heard Abraham Soroya is out.
Abraham Soroya is replaced by Jake Braha. Thank you. I need to announce that with the show.
Great.
He's
Breaking
replaced
news.
with Jake Braha. It's Mark's brother. Abraham, obviously, defensive wizard. Short center, future shortstop. Jake Braha, we haven't seen much because he hasn't played baseball in around 10 or 11 years, they said. He's a great basketball player. He's an athlete.
Right,
I doubt he'll field as good as Abraham. He'll probably hit better than him, if I had to guess. But
He's probably got some rust to shake off. He'll probably, we'll get to see a little more of him later in the year, and we'll get to judge him from there. But I think I'm going Mud Hens with a sweep. I happen to like Caballos better than the Mud Hens, but I know Maxi Deed's going to come locked in. I know he's ready to pitch. I'm in my head, he automatically has one of the 2 games. So it comes down to that second game. I think Caballos, they have a lot to figure out. I like their first half of the draft, as you said, but I want to see them on the field. I really do. I'm not running to judge them now, but I think they're going to have a tough time out of the gates. Caballos, slow out of the gates.
wow, slow out of the gates. So what kind of horse is he? Is he a comeback horse down the stretch, or is
he's
he
down
one of
the
those
stretch horse? I mean,
sprinters?
you see how he's finished the last 2 years, Dave.
Yeah.
We'll see him as a captain now, but he finishes strong. He finishes the race. He's got the last two rings to prove it, and we'll see how he finishes this year.
I'm going to go with a split, exactly what you said. Maxi Deed is too good. He's not going to get swept out of the box, and his team is good also.
Right, I like his team too.
His team is good, captained by Michon. But Los Caballos has a really good lineup, and for opening day, I can't picture Maxi Deed being in that full strength. He gets better and better as the year goes on. We've seen it. He starts good, he gets great, and he just, by the end of the year, he's pitching as best as he can. I can't picture against a strong lineup like this lineup that he's going to be able to take 2 on opening day. I think it's a good matchup for Los Caballos for opening day. I'm giving them a win. If I had to guess which game, I'd say Los Caballos comes back in game 2 to win game 2, but who knows?
Let's see how Jeffrey Sacker performs with that new pitching motion. You know, I saw a lot of him last year. They say he's looking good, feeling good. That's a big factor as well.
So
he's got to
Jeffrey,
shut some people down this year.
The reason you drafted him last year is because 2 years ago on the D-backs, he was great.
Phenomenal.
He was great.
The team was horrible, but he was phenomenal.
Exactly. Well, it was a JT drafted team. It's going to be horrible. Any team that has JT's architecture on it, instead of our sponsor, Wharton Smith Construction,
Correct.
Any team that has JT, this is the architect, is going to have a problem. But El Jefe was phenomenal. On your year, he just didn't pitch that good. Maybe he was injured or whatever.
Maybe we didn't build the grade around him.
A huge year for El Jefe this year.
Yeah, I love him. I love to play with him. I think he's a gamer. He's one of the best. He's been doing it forever. Let's see.
He's got to be one of the most intense competitors we've ever seen in this community.
Nothing better than to play against him and to play with him. It's 2 different dynamics, but both unbelievable.
And he will take any edge possible.
Yeah.
He will do that long stare down.
You gotta love it. The man just wants to win.
He just wants to win, and at his age, you gotta appreciate it.
Yeah,
you have to. You
sure.
have
He's
to appreciate what he brings.
Clawing. He just wants to win. That's all.
And by the way, we need him. It's not like there's pitchers lining up to play. There's very few pitchers.
Him. Not even a question.
You need an El Jefe in the league.
Must. He's a staple.
I just hate the quick pitching and the nonsense like that.
I don't mind it. You gotta know your customer. You gotta know your customer. When you're stepping into the box, you tell the ump, you got to get prepared, you got to know who you're facing. It's part of being prepared as a player.
Somehow, no matter how many times you tell a rookie in his first at-bat against Jeffrey, he's going to quick pitch you, watch out.
No.
He will always get that strikeout against a rookie. It's like a rite of passage in this league.
I've seen it, and the team behind him in the field goes crazy, and they know it's coming.
And the other captain bangs his helmet.
Going crazy, they're fighting. It starts the whole process, but that's where Jeffrey thrives.
He thrives. He thrives off all that. Okay, let's go over to the racetrack. And we'll end with you. So let's go to racetrack 2. Yada yada, yada.
What a name.
That's Dano's team. You saw the logo, George Costanza
Yes,
with the
incredible,
bat.
incredible.
Against-
It's a perfect name for a Dano-led team. I just feel like it fits him perfect.
Yes, Dano is a huge Seinfeld fan. He went Threat Level Midnight last year, which was The Office, and now he
Got
went
it.
yada, 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 which is
Sticking
Seinfeld.
the TV show theme.
Exactly, versus Get Back, Max Sutton and Get Back.
Is Get Back a wrestling reference?
No,
a
Beatles. That's Beatles.
Got
Get
it.
Back is a Beatles
okay,
song.
So Max
yes.
leans one of two ways. It's either wrestling or music. So
And we applaud that he went back to music. The
Yeah,
wrestling,
it's
to
nice.
me, wasn't doing it.
well, he hit everything. He had SmackDown. He had Raw. He had whatever the other one was.
But I don't know what any of those are, even.
Those
I don't watch.
Those are the wrestling leagues, more
Right,
or less.
okay,
so
fine.
I
So-
think he hit all the notes, and that's it. Time to go back to music.
Right, and you don't know the Beatles song "Get Back," which
I
is
don't,
just
but I
a
was on a Max Sutton team before, Magical Mystery Tour, so I get the vibe.
Magical
I get the
Mystery
vibe.
Tour. He had Helter Skelter.
Right,
These are
he's
all
had a bunch.
These are all famous songs. Okay, now on to the team. Max has Joe G, Gabe Abadi,
Love it.
Gabri,
Gabe, one of the best.
one of the best guys you'll ever see. Can he play in the cold?
I don't know. I don't know if he's looking forward to it. He for sure likes the warm weather.
Right.
That's for sure.
The
But,
Mexican
the
climate.
Mexican, yeah. He's looking to hang out on the beach and play some softball, but he's got one of the smoothest gloves in the game, and I'm sure he's coming out hungry as well.
He's just a natural talent. And then
Yeah.
on the other end, you have Ralph Hannon. Dano does not have Ralph Hannon on
Oh,
the
wow.
mound this
Wow.
week.
So who's going to be on the mound for
I
them?
think Yogi Kassin.
Wow.
Taking over like his father is a two-time
so
world
Yogi
champ.
Kassin was actually my pitcher in Hillel Yeshiva in high school. So
Yeah,
he
he
could
could
do
pitch.
it. I've
He
seen
could
him do
pitch.
it. He's willing to do it. I'm sure he's looking forward to the moment.
The
He's a
key,
gamer.
the key for Dano with Yogi pitching, if he's decent, is that Yogi doesn't mess up their field. They
Right.
let Avi Dweck
He's coming off
catch.
the bench, and that's it.
Bam! Everyone's in their right position, which is
That's
huge.
huge. That's huge.
Huge.
Right. On the other hand, you have Mo Money. He might be taking MC out of center field. Yeah, they have JT, but
So,
it changes things.
Again, that's the biggest problem with the Mo Money team is because it's actually a compliment to MC. I'm saying it's a horrible move because you're taking your center fielder and bringing him
right.
in.
The worthy center fielder. Why move him?
Exactly.
That's where he excels,
exactly.
so.
It would be like on the Expos taking Ali and telling him to pitch. Like, no,
Right.
you're the last guy who's
Yeah,
pitching. You
yeah.
know, we need you in the field. So, okay, anyway, back to this team. So, without Ralph Hannon, you have Yada, 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 and Dano versus Get Back and Max Sutton. Dano's got an interesting squad. I don't love it for the cold. I don't love H. Shama in the cold. I could see a grumpy H. I don't love Mount Saban, who was walking around with a cane as recently as a month ago. A cane, a Biff Tannen cane.
Yeah.
If you don't know Get Back, you probably don't know Biff Tannen
No.
either. Walking around with a cane and in the cold. I'm just picturing old men.
Yeah, Saban's banged up. I've seen him around. He's looking a little better than the reported Kane incident. But,
Yes.
but I know he's banged up. No Ralph Hannon. That's huge. That's huge. I mean, Ralph Hannon's been pitching better and better every year, I feel like. And coming in, I thought that he was banged up. I had heard that he was banged up as well, Ralph Hannon.
He's
so,
coming off an off-season injury.
So I was already leaning Get Back. Now I
Right.
heard he's not there at all. I think I got to go Get Back with a sweep. AB Saka usually starts slow also,
I
so it's
know.
funny. But I
Great
think that
call,
I,
Z.
yeah,
Great call.
I think that team's loaded. I know Joji is an animal. He's hungry. He's been working at his game. AB Saka probably has a lot of pressure off his shoulders from not being a captain anymore. I know, like myself, that drove him a little crazy at times.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
now, he shows up to the field, he pitches, he gets his best performance. I think that team's got a lot of veterans. There's not a lot to worry about there. I think they're going to come out of the gate stronger.
I agree with you, although putting rookie Joe Torquilla for the first time in left field on what will be a windy racetrack too.
Got it. Is he
That's
their
a
starting
tough-
left fielder?
He's a starting left fielder with Loudon. I think they're splitting
Wow.
time. He was a great receiver, they said, in football, so he could track a ball down.
Right,
It's
I'm
a
sure
different
he's
sport,
athletic. Max always has these finds, so I don't
exactly.
doubt that the kid could play.
but racetrack 2 in the wind
Racetrack
is
2,
hard.
I've seen a Gold Glove caliber David Farka on Butter in week 1, similar to these conditions,
Yeah.
windy, cloudy, rainy, have a rough time in left field. He ended up being phenomenal.
You
that
remember
year,
who you
but
played
was
that
week
week?
1. We played Maxi Deed and one hit.
One hit,
Dano.
everyone knows the rules.
Dano.
That was the first ever of me being as commissioner.
First week.
and it was a tough call if we should play. It was drizzling. Your games ended so early that week.
It was incredible. I think we were in
Done
and out the
before
door
11.
2 hours.
It's
it
crazy.
was something. I'm like, what do I do with myself the rest of the day?
It was
But,
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with a sweep by Get Back also. Max is gets a lucky break that Ralph Annan's not here.
Yeah, it's always a factor. There's always that one team that happens to get these breaks. You know, week 2, this guy's missing. Week
Yeah, like
3,
if you don't play the day of your wedding, which I think you will, but if you don't play the day of your
We'll see.
wedding, whoever you're playing next week, which I don't know who you're playing, that's a humongous.
we got Mo Money on the radar.
So that's
but yeah.
a huge break for Mo Money. That's huge.
It's big.
Um,
So there's a team that always finds these breaks, and then you find out in the playoffs if they're really good or not. And
exactly.
they'll make it there because of their breaks, but you don't know if they're really good. And you have Dano. I happen to think he has a strange mix of characters on his team, but Dano is a team builder.
He is.
You see it time and time again. He finds a way to bring these guys together. Maybe it's all the yada, 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 but, we'll see. I like them in the long run, but it's tough to play week 1 without your pitcher. But if there's a week that you could pull it out, it is week 1.
Yes.
It's like a weird week that
It is.
anything could happen. So.
It is. I don't like his matchup. I don't like Max Sutton doesn't
Yeah,
let
that's a
you do that.
fundamentally
to him.
sound team.
Exactly.
Nothing crack there, but
Exactly.
We'll see.
If he was facing a young butter team before you guys built
Right.
up to what you were, yeah, he could steal
He's
a game.
got some hope.
You know, he's got some hope against the Toots and the Farkas before he was
Right.
Farka, you know?
Right.
Okay, now look at this matchup. Nate B and Slap in the
Wow.
base versus Hubba Bubba.
Wow.
Bub and his new regime led by Z over here.
Wow.
This is, I am excited to watch this game on Racetrack 1.
Racetrack 1, what a field. Got a lot of memories there. Looking forward to getting out there. I'll let you go first. It's tough to predict your own matchup.
Listen,
I mean,
it's definitely going to be a split. Nate B is not getting swept. There's no way he's getting swept. I don't love his team, and everyone knows that, but I love him. And it's going to be cold. This guy's going to be throwing.
is the bucket hat going to be in mid-season form? What's up with the bucket?
I don't even think he needs the bucket hat. There's no sun. I don't think he needs the bucket hat. But Nate B pitching hard and hitting that inside corner on a cold, windy day. Who's going to hit off him? I don't know. It's hard. It's going to be very hard. Advantage Nate B with the weather elements, in my opinion. However, it's also disadvantage Nate B that it's opening day. He's got to be the horse for 2 long games and rough elements and everything. But his attitude, when I spoke to him yesterday, should we play? Should we not play? He goes, what are you, crazy? We're playing.
Yeah.
We're playing.
No.
He's like, who's missing from your brother's team that you're thinking of? I go, they're all there. But I'm going to split. I love the Hubba Bubba team. I love what they're made up of, a bunch of champions and a bunch of smart guys and good defense. But Nate B is strong, and you're not sweeping that guy on opening day.
Yeah, it's tough. Always tough to sweep Nate B. I remember on swimming, we actually swept him, and it was like a big thing for us. We knew that it's very tough to sweep him. Maybe in all his years in the league, he's gotten swept once or twice.
They didn't even score that day.
Yeah, they didn't
on
score that
Fireman's
day.
East. Swimming swept
that was
that blue team.
That was
yeah.
the norm in that year.
Yep.
But, it's very tough to sweep him. It really is. I would say to my team that, nothing's going to be handed to you. You got to go out there and take it. It's week 1. Anything could happen. Maybe this, maybe that. He's phenomenal, but he's beatable. He's beatable. We've seen it. And I'm interested to see his team makeup. I'm not... he usually goes all defense. This year, it seems he went all offense. I like our guy on the hill, too. You can't sleep on Eddie Harari. The guy is looking great. He's feeling great. He wants redemption for last year after being the 1 seed and not coming through. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, so what's with the Japanese names on the back of your uniforms? What did that have to do with Hubba Bubba?
We want to stand behind our pitcher and his heritage. And he has grandparents from Japan. They did a lot over there in that country for the Jewish people. And we just want to stand behind our pitcher. We want to honor him.
This league just
we love
gets
him.
more insane every single year. You tell me Eddie Harari has grandparents from Japan?
He has grandparents from Japan or great-grandparents, something that helped Jews, Holocaust, things. So,
wow.
So he brought this up to us, and boom, it hit. Jigga, and all his craziness said, this is what we got to do. We're doing it.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I can't believe it because I had no idea of that story.
Looks great.
It
The
does.
uniforms
Yeah.
look great.
The back of these uniforms look like NASCAR this year. There's logos
Oh,
all
there's
over
logos
the
all over. You got to wonder the revenue that the league's bringing in this year. I saw patches every corner of the jersey. I mean, looks like an international soccer uniform.
Yes.
You don't even see the team name.
No, you don't see the team names. The PKS is huge.
Huge.
But we have to support we have to support them. They supported us. We have to support them.
Love it. They deserve it.
I was going to surprise.
Some great sponsors this year.
And we were even going to get an extra umpire, like 2 umpires in every field, and have another guy that we could put on one field each week, just because I want to have umpires in my corner at
Love
all
it.
times. But already
Love
we
it.
lost an umpire. Umpire Phil had quintuple bypass
Oh
surgery
my God.
recently, and then he had an issue with his neck. He claims he'll be back before the end of the year. God
Oh my
bless
God,
him.
Phil's a warrior.
Phil's a
He'll
warrior.
do anything. He'll do anything to get out there. He was actually an umpire of mine in Ocean Township Little League back in the day.
Wow.
And I hadn't seen him in maybe 10 years till he started coming back
Yeah.
around the league. I remember he had a health issue then. It was like a big thing in the Little League back then. So
Yeah,
I hope he's doing okay. We love him. He's
He's
one of
been
the best.
through the ringer, that's for sure.
He's one of the best, and I don't doubt that he'll be there. He'll be back.
So Z, I'll see you Sunday morning. Bundle up, uniform on top, and everyone wants to play, so we're gonna play. We're gonna play in the cold.
Do it. Must play.
It's
Must
not
play.
gonna rain, so we're just gonna play in the cold. Let's
Must
hope
play. That's
everything
it.
works
Cold,
out.
get over it. We'll be out there, and let's keep those fields clean. We need them, so let's do it.
Right. Z, thank you so much
Thank
for
you, Norman.
joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll see you again on Sunday morning.
See you.